Isabelle West was just like any other 10-year-old going into 6th grade. But in that summer, her parents noticed that she was losing her hair, so they went to the doctor to get their questions answered.
She was first diagnosed when she was 10. She came down one day and just noticed that there was a little patch of hair that was missing.
There were a lot of unanswered questions. The medical community doesn't really have much to say about alopecia. There's not much known about it. So there were always questions of, will her hair grow back? And is it all going to fall out? And, just things like that.
I reacted pretty emotionally. I was young, so I didn't really know what it meant, and I think I was just frustrated and I didn't really understand it that much, but I was kind of confused and definitely relied on my family.
Alopecia is an autoimmune disorder which causes the immune system to attack the hair follicles, and subsequently the hair falls out.
There's no real understanding of why or how or when or how to stop it, particularly, but that's basically what it is. The body is just attacking itself. It chose the hair follicles to attack.
So it was very emotional for me. It's not something that you expect. As a mom of a little girl, you always like to braid their hair and put them in pigtails, and it's like everyone likes to do that sort of stuff, like having your own little doll.
I was open right away, but I didn't tell people at school for a little while, just because it's the social norm to have long hair, so I wore a wig, and it was just something I wanted to do.
She's gone through 3 or 4 wigs. Then, magically, suddenly, her hair started to grow back, which didn't last long. That fell out again. And then it cycled back through not long after to what she has today.
And now I kind of do whatever I feel. I wear a wig sometimes, don't wear a hat other times, and kind of just depends what I'm feeling.
Isabelle amazingly, absolutely embraced her baldness. Embraced her baldness. She loved being bald.
When I was younger, I just kind of was so focused on it right away, but as I came to understand it, and pretty quickly, I realized that there was a lot that came out of it, and it showed me kind of who the good people were in my life and how lucky I was to be around those people.
As Isabelle went into high school, she found one teacher that she could lean on to help her through the transition.
I had Isabelle her sophomore year, first semester for health, and it started with an email she sent me probably in August, introducing herself and explaining that she had alopecia.
Right away, I could just tell that she genuinely wanted to be there for me, and when I was talking in class, I could tell that she was proud of me, even though she had just met me.
She said too that a lot of people, she goes, I'm surprised that no one thinks I'm an athlete. And I go, can I be honest with you? And she said, of course. And I was like, I think people think that you're sick.
I think the hardest question she ever asked me was, what will I say when people ask me if I'm ill? And I said, well, the good news is you're not. So the good news is it's just hair and it doesn't define you.
Because alopecia is cosmetic, it's not medically hindering in any way. I was just as strong. It was just cosmetically I looked different.
Gymnastics plays a major role in Isabelle's life. Her teammates always had her back to support her through the journey.
Her gymnastics family, if you will, went through this with her. They were there every day as her hair was changing. No one in her gym had any negative feelings around any of it. Isabelle had a couple of instances where some coaches came up to her and said very encouraging things, very supportive, even to the point of one coach saying, hey, I have a gymnast who is also losing her hair, and you were inspiration to her.
Definitely just being different and being young, especially in 6th and 8th grade and 7th grade, it's important to people to be able to fit in and just have your friends and kind of live your life just as everyone else is. So I think it was hard for me to be different in the beginning, but it actually helped build my self-confidence as I went on, because I was able to see my beauty in different ways and love myself without my hair, and it definitely made me a stronger and better person.